welcome back to another Reddit Reads, and this one reads, am I the a-hole for walking out of the restaurant and leaving my friend? It's already been labelled as not the a-hole. My girlfriends and I went to a restaurant 2 days ago. I was the designated driver. I ordered my meal, they ordered theirs. I went to take a picture of my plate, and before I could even take the picture, one of them used her fork and stirred up my food. I got upset, asked her why she would do that, and she told me it was cringe to take pictures of food. I could tell the other girls were uncomfortable, but no one stood up for me. All I wanted was a damn picture, because my plate was presented beautifully. I got upset, just walked out of the restaurant and drove home, leaving them behind. When I got home, I asked who paid for my meal, and Zelled her the cost. They started texting me and telling me that it was just a joke. What I did was immature, and that it was wrong of me to leave them behind considering I was the driver. I do feel like I overreacted, but I also feel like what she did was mean. Am I the a-hole? Edit. I did tell my friends I was leaving. I don't want to be here anymore, then left. My meal was steak, gravy, mash, and caviar, and it had hibiscus plant on it, since people are assuming it was pasta. Not sure if that's important information or not. The girls who didn't stand up for me laughed at the situation awkwardly. I could tell they were uncomfortable, but they didn't say a word. The person who paid for my meal was one of the girls who laughed, not the person who stirred up my plate. I was only trying to take a picture of my plate. I wasn't holding anyone back from eating their food. Now, the first thing that I do want to say is that I know not everybody, or some people do genuinely find people taking pictures of their food, enjoying the food, cringe. That is fair. But, if it was a stranger that you saw in the restaurant, you would not go up to them and do that to them. So why are you doing that to your friend? Do you think you can get away with that behavior? It's valid if you are that's a bit weird, that's a bit odd. I personally don't care. It's a picture of food. Who cares? I like taking pictures, okay? I don't think I've ever taken pictures of my food, but I like taking pictures because I like having the memories. I like looking back on occasions that have happened. I don't like the fact that apparently the friends are saying that her walking out is immature. I think messing up someone's food is immature. Why did you think that was appropriate to do? You could have literally just been really? Or something like that, or or you know what? Bit your tongue, because it takes all of 5 seconds to take a picture. Why did you have to ruin someone's food anyway? You wouldn't do that to someone who wasn't taking a picture anyway. Just messing up someone's food in general is weird to me. Why do you think that's acceptable behavior? Honestly, it's giving mean energy. It's giving jealous energy. Really? You've just messed up someone's food and you're laughing at them? No, I don't like that behavior. Honestly, I probably would have got up and left as well. And some people are probably going to say this is extreme, but I honestly probably wouldn't talk to them again. I'm really? You can't handle 5 seconds of me taking a picture of my food? Then I'm not going to be going out with you again. People like taking pictures these days. It's not a bad thing. Honestly, I wouldn't even have paid for the food either. I didn't even get to eat it. So I'm kind of okay, fair play to you for being okay, who paid for my meal? I'll pay for it. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. I'd be expecting the person who messed up my meal to be paying for it, quite honestly. Honestly, even without the photo, I'd be peed. I like eating my food in a certain way. If somebody mixed things up, I'd be furious. Don't touch my food. Yeah, like Joey from Friends. Don't touch my food. First thing I thought was of my autistic daughter. She may not eat for a week if someone did this to her food. Picture or no picture, no one has a right to touch another person's food. Yeah, exactly. You don't even know what somebody could be dealing with either. It literally doesn't matter if it's cringe. It was your food and that you ultimately paid for, and would have just paid as usual if they hadn't acted like children, not the a-hole. Who the hell even asked for her opinion? People who can't admit fault and turn into the victim aren't worth keeping around. 100%. 100%. 100%. Peeing off the driver has been a risky move as long as folks have been driving. Sometimes your ass gets left behind for it. She has now learned the classic lesson. Good point, actually. Like, they designated a driver and then you're gonna straight off the bat pee them off. While it may be a bit much to some to take pics of food, putting a fork in someone else's plate to make it look messy and destroy the presentation for fun crosses a boundary. Doesn't sound like you caused a scene, you left and took your dignity with you. If the other wanted to stand with them, and not say anything to the bully, they deserve to figure out how to get home. I'd personally reconsider the friendships. That's a lot of nonsense. You know, I've taken pics of my food because sometimes it just really makes beautiful presentations out of food and you seem to enjoy the beauty of life. Some people will always be the turd in the punch bowl, not the a-hole. Level up and leave these little girls behind. Yeah, I feel the same. Like, it's not often I take pictures of food, but like when I see something pretty, like I like taking pictures of like views when I go for walks and stuff. I take pictures because I'm like, wow, that looks beautiful. And sometimes when you go to like maybe a fancy restaurant and stuff, the food is presented really well, and it's like, wow, we might not be here ever again, you know, let's take a picture so I can remember this before I devour this plate. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna say not the a-hole. Actions have consequences. The driver got up and left. That was your consequence. But yes, what are your thoughts and opinions on this one? As always, I hope you have enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.